What's up, guys? It's LB and I'm back. Yep, I'm coming back to content creating. Now, getting back into content creating is a little scary for me. I'm not gonna lie, because times have changed. You can get canceled for anything. So I'm very nervous getting back into content creating because I just don't want to rub the wrong people off with what my opinions or what I say. But we got some new fun things that I'm in the works for, that I've been working on. So this video is practically going to be like a 2025 recap and my goals for 2026. Now, I did make a video already when I was doing a get ready with me video, and you'll see that in this video because I'll put my little like what I did on New Year's Eve and on my Friday, the day after New Year's. It's like low-key like the next day, because the way we were partying, yeah, I look a little busted because I'm in the mix of cleaning, organizing, getting my life together. I was making like vision boards, like my goals boards, getting myself organized, getting my dog's area fixed up, getting my whole room fixed up. Like 2026, I'm trying to make it my year, because I said 2025 was going to be my year and that didn't happen. So yeah, so let's talk about 2025. Let's talk about what's to expect in 2026 and what our goals are. And yeah, I'm going to tell you guys about my weekend as well. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the end of New Year's, the beginning of New Year's. Okay, so we're going to start this video while I'm letting the video that I'm making about my weekend with what happened with 2025 and what to expect for 2026. So first things first, let's talk about the good news. The good news is, like I said, getting back into content creating. So in the process of getting back into content creating, if you don't follow me on Instagram already, I have been posting videos already of like let's talk about videos, because I've been doing videos like the one that I'm posting today, where it's like let's talk about my weekend. Like we're gonna talk about what I did over the weekend, what events I went to, if it's something interesting. Like you gotta be an attention grabber as soon as you turn on this camera. That's why I said it's so hard to be a content creator. So if I did something interesting like partying, what everything else, that's what these videos are gonna be about. So with making videos, I decided to come up with a calendar. So my goal is for 2026, as far as content creating going, basically Mondays are going to be my, my weekend adventures videos. So we're just going to talk about what I did over the weekend. Like I did a Pilates class at the end of 2025. I became a brand ambassador for 2 different companies so far. I got into modeling, so I've been getting into some stuff that be making my weekends a low-key lit. So we'll talk about those on like Monday videos. If I'm trying to be, like I said, goal is 2026 to get really on this calendar and really get the ball rolling. Tuesdays, I've been calling it, I don't know if I'm going to call it this yet, but we're going to start it off. I want to call it BH for BH because I got the idea from Fly Nye from Now That's TV, where she was fighting with this girl and she was calling it Let's Go Ballhead for Ballhead, because I want to do reaction videos on trash TV. I'm not saying it's like trash TV, but it's like ratchet TV or whatever you want to call it, where I talk about baddies, Jocelyn Hernandez's show, the shows on Now That's TV like South Central Baddies, Young and Reckless. Just talk about the situations and how I feel about it, being someone that's like not like them, like confrontational like that or anything like that. Just giving my point of view and talking about stuff like that. Like do like a reaction video. So basically it's going to be a reaction video. Wednesdays, I'm planning on doing K-pop videos again. I want to get back into K-pop. I've been, like, as far as the K-pop community goes, I've been drifting away. In 2025, it really showed me, like, it's just not really for me anymore. Like, my expiration date on that has expired, so nobody come for me for that. I just want to focus on the music and the idols. I don't want to focus on too much of the drama, because I feel like 2025 was definitely drama for the K-pop idols and the K-pop people. Thursdays we're gonna do what I watched, like my watch list Thursdays, where I react to like any type of other TV shows I watch, whether it's basically mainly like animes and K-dramas. I'm gonna keep those ones for Thursdays, and then like baddies, Now That's TV, Zeus, Bravo, those type of shows I'm gonna do for Tuesdays. But yeah, that's the game plan for the new year as far as 2026 and content creating goes. Now let's talk about 2025. 2025 was a year of a blimp. Like I don't really recall a lot of stuff that happened in 2025. And like I said, I made a video but it was just way too long. And I just want to keep it cute and short because I don't want this video to be too long. So basically, 2025, if I have to take everything and put it into a ball and squeeze up the ball, it was just a year of realization, like realizing that I'm being taken granted for in lots of different ways. I was being taken granted for with my job. I was being taken granted for in friendships, relationships, just in general, with whether it's family. I didn't date at all in 2025. I did at the end of 2024, but 2025, I did not date at all. Doesn't mean I wasn't looking, but I feel like I'm not what guys are looking for. I don't know if it's because I'm tall. I don't know. Actually, it might be because I'm tall, because some guy did say on Halloween, I overheard a guy say, she a baddie, but she's just too tall. So that rubbed me off a little wrong. But 2025 did have its good moments. I went to Coachella, had a time of my life, met new people that I hope to meet up with again one day in life. What else happened in 2025? That was good, at least. Like I said earlier, I got some brand ambassador deals. I'm part of the Leverage House. So that's awesome. So basically all my weekends now will be pretty much partying with them and being a brand ambassador and promoting their page and promoting those parties. I do got to get my follows up. So that is a big goal in 2026, is getting my goals up or my follows up so I can get more brand ambassador deals and be seen as an influencer, like really. I got into modeling. I got into modeling as just a hobby. I know some people do take it very serious, but I have done a couple photo shoots already. I'm just doing it just to keep me distracted. I don't want to focus on the negatives like I did the past couple years, because I've been fighting mental issues. Been fighting depression, anxiety, overthinking, just feeling like I'm not enough. And 2025 made me realize like the reason why I'm feeling this is because of the people around me. And I hope a lot of people, like if my friends watch this, they don't think I'm talking about them. But if the shoe fits and the shoe fits, wear it. Because at this point, I'm not going to apologize for making people feel uncomfortable, because I called it for what it is. And I feel like in 2025, I swept a lot of things under the rug that made me uncomfortable and made me realize, like, you know what? Why haven't I dropped this friendship sooner? I let other people drop the friendship before me, and then it just makes it look like they one-upped me, which that's another story. We're not even going to get into that story, because the people who dropped me in 2025 don't even realize what they lost. They lost a great friend, a great person in their life. And honestly, when it hits the fan, don't be calling me. Don't be trying to talk about, I want to fix the friendship. Keep that same energy in 2026. If you didn't want to mess with me in 2025 and you want to drop me for whatever weird reason, keep that same energy, because I don't want that energy no more around me. But yeah, so good things did happen. I did get into some like petty dramas that, like I said, showed, like put me in perspective of people and being like, okay, you're just messy. Okay, you just want me on your timing. Okay. But 2025, like I said, it was just, the year went by so fast that I don't recall a lot of things. Like, I just recall working at a job that I didn't like, looking for jobs while I worked at that job, and still looking for work now, and the job market's trash. Really just trying to focus on my mental health, trying to keep the friends around me that are important around, even though we're all going through our own struggles, like trying not to ruin those friendships because we're struggling ourselves and we're kind of like taking our frustrations out on each other, but not trying to do that at the same time. But yeah, but I'm gonna say but a lot because I'm just thinking of this. Yeah, so let's get into 2026 and what my goals are and how I ended my 2025 and my 2026. So now we put the recap video up, and I'm gonna try to make the recap video not so long, so it's gonna go by really fast as I do this. So like I said earlier, I am a brand ambassador for Leverage House, Leverage Presents. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them on TikTok. They basically host the hottest parties, rooftop parties in Las Vegas. And they are very lit. They are very lit. Like, I have yet to be disappointed in any of the parties since becoming a brand ambassador. And actually how it started off is I saw them on Instagram. I put my application in. Then I went to one of their parties. And then after I went to one of their parties, that's when I got the like message about becoming a brand ambassador. And I went through my, my probation period. And then I got the official go to have the logo in my bio. So I'm an official now. And I don't know why I have a sore throat. Hold on. Where's my drinky drink? Because, you know, I went to Chipotle today. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Pibb. I'm a Dr. Pepper girl, but Mr. Pibb be hitting. But anyways, what I was saying was, so yeah, their party's been lit. I went to one rooftop party at the Palms. That's where they used to have it at. And then since I became a brand ambassador, I made sure I said hi to all the big bosses, basically, that run it. I make sure I go to at least 2 parties a month. And yeah, I replaced going to K-pop night to going to leverage nights, because honestly, K-pop is, yeah, it's once a month, but I just wasn't feeling it anymore. It was giving very high school. I know a lot of people were saying that too, that were like around me, that they're just not feeling it anymore. And sometimes you just need a break. So basically, I'm just taking a break from K-pop nights for just a little while. Doesn't mean I might not come back. So my haters that probably be watching these videos, there's a chance I'm gonna come back. But I ended 2025 with Leverage. They hosted a New Year's Eve party. It was so much fun. But we didn't stay for long, unfortunately. We were tired, but I had the most fun. But the party that was really the littest, that really started my 2026 right, was Leverage Presents in Simp City. My God, I don't know what's going on. Their party was lit. They were celebrating 7 years Simp City, and the homie Jay, he hooked us up with a table. And I love that about Jay, because I usually never, before my early 20s, I've never really experienced bottle services like that. And it's crazy how in my 30s, I'm experiencing that. And it's so much fun. And I love it. Like, I love that I have a spot where I can just dance, have my own vibe. If I want to go down to the floor, I can, you know, just vibing. That party was lit. I was lit. We were all having so much fun in our section. You'll see this in the video. I don't know if it's going to show it now, but it was just so much fun. And as I was partying and recovering the next day from partying, I realized that in 2026, my main goals pretty much is going to be, like I said, keeping up with content creating. Another goal of mine is finding a job that really values me and values my hard work, because I've been working these jobs that, you know, I prove myself so much and I'm so efficient that they don't know what else to do with me. And then next thing you know, it's like, well, you're no longer needed. And it's just like, wow, really? Like, after I gave you guys my blood, sweat, and tears, improved your business, because there was a job where I improved their business and their, their efficientness, that to be like, kind of like kicked to the curb was kind of just like, that's messed up. And then, you know, the other like small goals I have is I want to get a new car by summer. I did get into a car accident. What was it, like beginning of 2024? So I've been driving a car I bought from my aunt that's so old that it's like starting to slowly fall apart, and I don't think it's gonna last. The air conditioning, I don't think it's gonna last in the summer, because it barely lasts this summer. I don't think this summer it's gonna last. So my goal is to get a new car in the summertime. I want to start saving for a house. The way the cost of living goes right now, I'm just gonna start saving and hoping for the best, that the housing market crashes and I can buy a house, or at least rent a house, whatever works the best. Sorry, I just had to take a pause because I have a train that goes by my house, and they always honk the horn because the homeless sleep on the train tracks. So they're like alerting them, like, get off the train tracks. But anyways, I want to travel for my birthday this year. Last year I did a dinner, and I honestly just wasn't feeling the dinner. I'm not feeling dinners no more for my birthdays. I feel like every time I host a birthday dinner, it's just weird vibes, and I just don't want that. I'd rather take a trip to the Bahamas, Hawaii, New Zealand, Korea, Japan, Canada. I'd rather go somewhere at this point. We're leaving birthday dinners in my 20s and in my early 30s. Now we're going into let's just travel for your birthday, because yeah. But what else I want to talk about that I'm like spacing out? But yeah, so like I said, we're gonna do more videos. I'm gonna try my best, and the reason why I said I'm gonna try my best is because I am mentally struggling with like a lot. Like, I'm getting too much into my head, so it keeps me from creating content, because I just feel like people tell me I'm interesting and say, oh my God, your videos are so funny, they're so this, they're so that, But then when I post videos or I ask my people to promote my stuff, it's not getting the same traction I would think it would get. So if you're new and you're a stranger to me and you like my videos, I do appreciate the support. I appreciate all the 200 people that stuck with me, even though I haven't posted in over I did post a little bit because I wanted to get back into it, but then like I said, I just got too much into my head and I messed up everything, and I feel like because of that I'd be messing up my timing. So in 2026 I just really want to go with the flow and stop letting myself get sidetracked, like stop letting myself get what's the other word for it, not like I don't want to get down on myself. Like, I know I'm that girl. Like, I know if I really put my drive into it, it can be done, and I can be bigger than my haters ever thought they can see. Like, I just get into my head way too much. I have way too many, what is it called, like insecurities, because I'm only just a girl. I'm only human. Like, we all have our insecurities. The people that you think are not that look the strongest do be the weakest sometimes. So it's just like, bear with me if I'm not posting like I am. I'm gonna really try. That's, like I said, that's a goal in 2026, is to stick onto my content creating, because that was my goal in 2025, but I let myself fall off. But yeah, so we're just gonna get back into it. We're gonna have some fun with it. I'm hoping I can post this video by today, because I was supposed to post it like a couple days ago, but like I said, I didn't like the other video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't really go into too much detail. Probably should have went into more detail. Yeah. But like I said, I don't want these videos to be too long. So that was just a little 2025 recap. If people watched this, thank you for watching it. And yeah, till next video, I will see you guys later.